We've been working these days non-stop. We're working on the preseason, guys. I hope you guys are also working on your preseason, guys. Thank God the whole situation is still not over, but it's time for us to continue advancing with our lives, going back to work, going back to school eventually, some people, or if not, continue finishing the school, online school, doing homeschool now, and continue with our lives, guys. This pandemic won't stop us, guys. We are bigger than that. And also remember, have faith that the best is yet to come. Have faith that God's plan is better than our own plan, and that I don't believe this is God's plan, right? What I mean by saying is that even though this happened, we don't know what caused it, how it happened, but whatever it is, I'm sure that is not from God to us. It's just, what I'm saying is that God's plan is better than our plan. Believe that this will be over soon, and God's plan in our life will come to pass soon, all right? Will come to pass. Just believe that it's gonna get better, all right? Believe that God is a good God. Believe that there's a good plan for our lives as an individual, all right? As a world, the world, not so much. We're messing up each other, we're killing each other, hurting each other. But God's plan for our lives as an individual is a good plan. Then we are the ones responsible to choosing what path, what trial we take. God's path, God's trial, or our own trial, which usually is to try to repeat and do what everybody else is doing, okay? That's my own way of thinking. It doesn't need to be your way of thinking, but that's what I believe. That's what I try to encourage and guide my family with, these principles, these beliefs. And until today, I'm telling you, I did my path, my way for over 28 years. I lived my own way, and basically it didn't bring me anywhere but just to having a family and a beautiful wife. Other than that, I hurt most of the people that I loved. But 8 years ago, I made a decision, and I decided to, you know what? I'm gonna leave my own way to the side. I'm gonna start seeking God's way. And that's what I started doing for 8 years ago. And you know what? I don't repent of ever looking back. I don't repent by taking God's way. I'm so happy, and it's helped me, it helped my family, and we're here today. We're in Houston, and we're so blessed to be here. And now that we're here, we believe that we are a blessing for other people by just trying to help other people, by guiding other people as if they let themselves, and by just doing the good things, all right? Remember that I'm here. I've been working as a coach already for almost 2 years, and before that, I worked with Fernando since he's 6 years old. He's 14, so I've been working already, involved in the game. As younger also, when I was 12, 13, 14, I started playing in my country with one of the biggest clubs in Honduras, with the Club Olimpia, and Football Club Olimpia, Club Deportivo Olimpia de Honduras, and they're one of the top clubs in the country, and I loved the game. But then at that time, I met my wife, and I fell in love with her, and I had to make a decision to go soccer practice with my teammates or to go and spend some time with my girlfriend. At the time, my father-in-law just told me, he was really strict and told me, by 8:30, I locked the gate of my house, so by that time, you gotta be out of my house. And my daughter comes from high school after 1:30 p.m. I believe in Honduras, and then he said she rests, she takes naps, she eats, has lunch, takes naps, and then she starts homework. education is really important for me, he told me. And if she lowers her education grades, you won't be able to come here no more. But if she consists on her grades, and you want to become her boyfriend and come home to see her, you got to come, but there's a schedule. You leave 8:30, 9 the latest, and you come around 6ish, all right? That's the time. No more than 3 hours. And it can only be inside their house. And I said, oh man, what do I do? Do I go play soccer and, try my best to become professional? Or do I go and spend some time with my girlfriend that I am so in love with? So I made that decision, and I decided to stay with my girlfriend and spend time with her. And I think I made the best decision, guys. I don't regret it at all. It's the best decision I've ever made. I have 3 beautiful children with her. We're still together. We've been through a lot of up and downs like every other couple. But you know what? Best decision I made. And now I have my children, and I seen 8 years ago, I started taking them to soccer fields, getting them involved into some teams in Brooklyn, back in New York. And little by little, I start seeing passion in them. Especially I can talk for Fernando. I let them do whatever they want to do. Basically, I make them decide. I'm not the father that says, oh, you know what? I feel frustrated because I wanted to be a professional soccer player and I couldn't. And now you have to. No, that's his decision. He makes that choice. All I do to teach him is you got to be consistent. You got to be responsible. You got to have discipline. And you got to make a decision. All right? Because everything we do is based on a decision we make. Okay? If anything we do, we make a decision and we decide doing it, everything will have a consequence. All right? I made a decision. The consequence was me losing the opportunity to eventually become a professional soccer player, which in my situation back then, it was even harder because I grew up with no parents, and it was really hard financially, struggling really hard. We were really poor and we were struggling, but plus I didn't have, somebody guiding me and bringing me to soccer practice. I didn't have the money to go to soccer practice. I had to sneak behind the public transportation, the bus, to sneak from the back, that way, because I didn't have money to pay for the ride. And it were 2 buses I needed to take. And the situation in my country back then, it was really bad also. It still is, but back in the day when I was Fernando's age, 14, it was really hard as a 14-year-old, having to see so much gangs and crimes and so many things in the street. It was really risky. So I think I made the best decision for my life, man. I left that because I was in love with my girl, and I still am, and I made the best decision. Now they make that decision on their own, but any decision, guys, that you decide on making, make sure that it's your passion, guys. You got to do it not because your father wants you to do it, your mother wants you to do it, your uncle wants you to do it. Make sure it's because you visualize yourself. What are you going to be? What do you want to become when you're 25, 30 years old? Where do you want to be yourself when you're 30? Where do you see yourself? All right? And that's what I try to teach my son. God, I'm like, bro, what do you want to do? If this is what you want to do, you got to sleep early, okay? You got to go to bed early. You got to sleep good. You got to wake up, have breakfast. No, I don't want a breakfast. Guys, you got to prepare yourself a nice bowl of cereal, prepare yourself eggs, or tell your parents to prepare yourself some eggs. Eat some whole wheat bread. Guys, drink a lot of milk. Drink a lot of orange juice, guys. You got to take care of your body, because if you work hard, it makes no sense to work hard 3-4 hours a day, but then you're up playing Xbox or PS4 until 2-3 in the morning, and then wait. How are you gonna wake up at 6 in the morning to come and take an early jog and then practice your early routine, and then in the evenings, once the sun sets down a little, you could go again and do another light work. Guys, you gotta at least put at least 3 hours daily, guys. If you really want to become professional, at least 3 hours daily you gotta put in. Minimum 3 hours daily. Besides, guys, you gotta work at least an hour and a half on your own. Besides going to train, once you come back to train with your teams, at least an hour and a half on your own. Besides your teammates, besides training with your club, you gotta train on your own. For that, train on your own, what I mean is, guys, exercise yourself and stretch. Take a jog, take a little walk for 10 minutes, then jog for a light jog for another 10 minutes, then take a nice run. Do cycling, go on a bicycle and go around some laps. Then do that for at least 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Then grab the ball, do some ball mastery drills. Guys, these things so simple. And then master yourself, do some juggling drills. Challenge yourself, juggle only with your left, juggle only with your right. Challenge yourself, how much juggles can I go? Can I do 100? Can I go 200? Can I do 500? Guys, that will eat up time. If you take time, an hour and a half every day on your own, besides your teammates, just to work on your just you and the ball, I guarantee you guys, it will open your doors. Even if you don't become professional, guys, it will give you a scholarship to go and play on a Division 1, Division 2, Division 3 college here in the U.S. You could play pro in other countries. You could play pro here in this country. It's easier to play pro here in this country. All you need to do, because there's a lot of scouters, college scouters, there's a lot of teams, there's a lot of ways you could do it, guys. All you got to do is just have faith that God's plan is the best plan. Have faith and believe in yourself. And most importantly, guys, set yourself, goals. Decide, what do you want to do? If this is what you want to do as a professional player, or if it's just as a hobby. Even if it's just as a hobby that you want to have, or you just want to be in shape. Guys, give your 100% to it. It will open your doors. It will benefit you, your body. You will be in shape. You will feel good. And eventually you could catch a scholarship. All right? But make a decision, guys. And make sure you're being consistent. Be dedicated to work. Set yourself an alarm to go to sleep at no later than 11 p.m. Put yourself an alarm to wake up at 6:30 a.m. to take a nice quick brush your teeth, wash your face, a nice quick breakfast, and then you go and jog for 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Then you go to your back or to a local park and you jog the ball, you do the ball master, and you'll be good. All right?